Welcome to Elite Dangerous, where today we're going to be talking about how to make money from Powerplay. Now, I'm sure you all know what Powerplay is, the latest update to Elite Dangerous, the latest big update really. But not many people really use it as their main source of income. I mean, most people trade at the moment, but that's pretty boring. But we can actually make money from combating Powerplay really quite well. So if we actually look at my galactic powers, we can see I'm with Deval, with the Empire, and my rating is 1,500 for this week. So if we look at that, that's going to get me 5 million on Thursday when the cycle ends. So that was about a day's work, I'd say. Not a day, I'd say 3 hours to get 5 million credits isn't that bad. When you're doing combat especially. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that because there aren't really that many tutorials out there. So the first thing you want to know is who to choose for your Powerplay power. So if we look at the galactic power standings, there's quite a few people you can choose from. There's 10 different kind of leaders, and they're all for a different faction. So this is the Empire. There's a Federation. There's independent people, of course, the Alliance. So you can read up on them if you like. There'll be a link in the description to like a history of the Empire. There's a really good video on that. But we're going to choose a Lavigny Deval. I just call her Deval. And the Devals have been in control of the Empire since it started, I think. Yeah, look in the history video, it's really good. So we can see, if we look at the overview on her, why we're going to choose her. Because, where is this? Yes, stats. So yeah, we see if we go for the Empire, then payout for bounty claims increased by 20%. Black market illegal goods value increased by 5%. We're not so interested in that one, but the bounty is what we're all about, and also the fines and bounties doubled in the control systems. So this is really good because we're going to be bounty hunting because we're combat. So that's why you want to pick the Empire, and I just picked Deval because. She's top basically, and if we look at the other Empire kind of leaders, they've not got quite as good. They're kind of different. So Deval is the one you really want to pick, or if you can find another which has good bounty hunting stats, then that's good as well. But so once you pick Deval as your leader, we're gonna want to know what we do for her. So we can see all these kind of menus at the top. We've got the overview and the rating. So rating is what you're going to be trying to get up, and basically it's like, so if you have 100 credits, then you're going to get 50 grand, but if you have 750, you're going to get 500 grand, and it's basically better value to get more merits. So what we're going to be fighting for is merits. And there's a few ways you can do this. You can do it by trading, or ferrying stuff around. But we're going to be doing expansion. So go into expansion tab, and we can see these attempts of expansion. And basically, what this is if we look at the map, the galaxy map, and we go into view and Powerplay, we can see all of the areas which are controlled. So this is the Empire area, blue, and basically we're trying to expand it. So if you hover over these systems, you can see they're controlled. So at the end of a cycle, say for instance last week this was an expansion attempt, and that expansion attempt was successful. So now the Empire controls it. So that's what we're trying to do. And we get merits and get paid for it at the same time. So we can find where these expansion attempts are happening, and we can see there's one happening in Rabba, and that is 7,600% complete, and then there's one happening in Zinka, which is 1,000% complete. So it looks as though we're going to be pretty successful here in getting these systems for next time. There's also, you can also do control, where you fortify. That's fighting, and control, keeping the systems from other leaders. But we're going to be doing expansion, so we'll go on Rabba, because that's the closest to us, only 56 light years away, and we'll view on map, and we'll set our target for that, and we can just press plan route, and it shouldn't be too far a journey, I don't think. We might want to have a look at the other, see how close that one is. So that one is, how far would that be? Yeah, that's also quite away as well. That's thinking, yeah, that will be more jumps. Yeah, it is further away. So 14 jumps versus 14 jumps versus 11 jumps. Yeah, we'll go for the Rabba, and we need to go there, and we need to do some combat. But first of all, we're gonna look at what ship that we need for this. So I've got a Viper, which is probably one of the best combat ships you can get for this, because it's relatively cheap, and it's okay to outfit. It's not too bad. So we're gonna have a look at what setup I've got. So I've got gimbaled beam lasers, which are pretty good at taking down shields, and gimbaled multi-cannons, which are for the hull. You want to always try and go with a laser and kind of cannon setup, because it's just a lot more effective than having all lasers. So you're really good at taking down shields, but you're not as good on hull. You want to have one of each, and then you can use your power as well a bit better. I've got shield boosters as well. I just wanted to keep the weight down a bit, so I've got at least 11 light year jump range. That's kind of necessary for just travelling. Internal, I've got kind of just standard. I've upgraded the power distributor a bit, taken off some of these internal compartments to save weight again, and I've added a fuel scoop there, though, because that's actually saves a lot of time if you're jumping further distances throughout the galaxy. Yeah, I mean, you can just choose what you want here, but try and go for that 11 light year jump range. That is vital. Another ship you could also go for is the Eagle. That's a bit of a cheaper option. It's got better turning than the Viper, but it's quite slow. Go back on that. It's got a few hard points. It is just one below the Viper. I mean, if you can afford the Viper, I'd definitely go for it. But if you can't, then the Eagle is good enough. But you just won't be able to take out the bigger ships quite as quickly. So now we're all ready to head off on our journey to the system which we're expanding to. So let's go. So here we are, just about to jump into the last system, Rab, which is our destination. So we should be there in a moment.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, so now we're here, we might want to just park up next to the star, get some fuel. Oh, why aren't we getting any fuel? I don't think we can fuel scoop this star. Can't fuel scoop this star. It's a bit weird. But we're just going to plan what we need to do next. So if we actually look into the navigation menu, we can see that there's obviously these belt clusters, nav beacons, terminals that you've seen before. But we can also see crime sweeps now. So we're just going to go ahead, lock the destination for the closest one, and head over there. So a crime sweep is basically just like a high intensity conflict zone, if you've ever been to one of them before. There's enemies, there's allies, and you just got to try and destroy as many enemy ships as possible. But it's different because every time you get a kill, you don't get awarded a bounty or whatever. You get awarded 10 Powerplay merits every time, and it doesn't matter if you kill an anaconda or you kill a sidewinder, you're always going to get 10. So pick on the easy ships if you can. So here we are, we just jumped into the crime sweep. I'm going to deploy my weapons and check my contacts menu straight away. Scroll right to the bottom, so you see the weakest ships there, and we can see there's an eagle, which should be pretty easy. So it's highlighted in our navigation menu, you can see it there, and we're just going to sweep around to it and try and take it out. Okay, so we're going to use beam lasers to take down the shields, and once they're down, we'll get the multi-cannons on it. Okay, that was pretty easy to get the shields offline, but as I said, the eagle is more maneuverable, and we're getting shot a bit here. Okay, here we are. Make sure that we don't get thermal overload, all power to weapons, and I'm just going to actually put another power to system now. Oh, looks as though it's used a chaff, which puts your gimbal weapons off, but if you're close enough, you may be able to still use them. It depends really, but you're just going to have to wait out, it shouldn't be too long. And there we go, we got our first kill, simple as that. Okay, so if we look in the menu again, and we get to transactions, we can see we've got 10 power play with Duval. So what that means is we've got 10 power play merits for getting 1 kill. And if we go back into the galactic powers, we can see now in rating that we need 100 to get the weekly bonus of 50,000. So 10 kills to get 50,000. So let's go back and try and get some more kills. As I said, look at the bottom. We've got another eagle, which is quite good. So we're just going to boost over to that and try and get another kill. Here we go. Slowing down into the blue zone, so we've got the best manoeuvrability that we can. Lasers on it. Oh, just sweet around us. But I found with if you're in a Viper and you're against eagles, you can just keep it in the blue zone and they'll never be able to outrun you. And an extra good thing about gimbal weapons is that if they do go slightly above the middle of your kind of cockpit view, you can still shoot at them. So you can shoot at them for longer. I'm using another chaff again to put our gimbal weapons on. But you can see I've stayed in the blue zone for the whole time, and even though they boosted away, I'm keeping up with them. I might want to... Alright. Here we go. So my multi-cannons are on the bottom, because they're class 2, so I kind of have to keep the eagle in the bottom of my sights to get both multi-cannons shooting at the same time there.
Target destroyed.
Okay, right, back to contact. So what have we got here?
Correction disabled. Rotational correction enabled.
By the way, because you've already committed to Duval in your power play, they'll come up as enemies. You don't have to choose a faction or anything like you would in a conflict zone. Right, here we go. Slow down when we get to kilometre mark. And this should be pretty easy. No, we didn't get the kill. So it doesn't matter how much damage you do. We're just getting a bit of a eco. I'm just going to try and get out of here. It doesn't matter how much you damage them, as long as you get the final kill. Well, I think it's if you get the final kill, or if you do the most damage to them overall. So if you do 60% damage, then you should get the kill. We can see over here, this guy is another player, Commander Malagius. He's on our team. He's fighting for Deval as well. So you might actually meet other players here. You might want to help him out. He's trying to go against an Anaconda. I don't know why. Because don't get any more points. But he is an Imperial player, so you never know. Okay. So we're looking at these ships, and I don't really want to be fighting Cobras and Asps and Vultures. I mean, yeah, we could take them out, but is it worth our time when we could easily get more kills out of Eagles? Probably not. So if we look in navigation, we'll just go to the next crime suite. Usually they're quite close together, but this one, I'm not sure how far this one's going to be. So just boost out the conflict zone. You can change your power, so you've got mortar systems and engines if you like, just to repair your shields and get out there a bit quicker maybe. But that doesn't really matter. We're just going to head over to the next conflict zone that we can, because there should be some eagles there. And once we're done with them, we can come back to this one, and more eagles should have spawned here. So yeah, you can just keep repeating this cycle.
3, 2, 1, engage.
So now if we look into our transactions menu, we can see we've got 30 power play from what, like 5 minutes, like nothing, no time at all. So that's really good. And if you keep doing that within a few hours, you could easily get up to 1,500 merits, which is 150 kills, and get that 5 million. But you have to realise that it's only once the cycle is complete that you'll get your reward. So if we go back into the Galactic Powers, we can see that even if you get 100 merits, like you can see I've got 1,500 merits, but my rating is 3. But I don't have 5 million. I don't have 5 million credits because the cycle hasn't been completed yet. So a good tip if you're coming up to a crime sweep on a planet, try to go on the outside of the planet, because you'll keep up more speed, because the planet's gravity is not affecting you as much, and you should get to your target quicker. And also, if you see yourself below 1,000 kilometers, you can just go full throttle. It'll tell you to slow down, but it doesn't matter. Oh, we've got a lot of players here. We can see all the ones with coloured in triangles of players. But we're going to do the same again. Go to contacts, find the eagle, head over there, and just kill it really easily. Okay. So that, when it said frameshift charge detected, that was just saying that the eagle is trying to get out of there, but seems to be there. I don't think we got the points there. Oh, we did actually, because we killed it. So yeah, that was actually quite good. Okay. We've got an Imperial fighter. Oh, no. Oh, I overshot that, I didn't slow down quick enough. But doesn't matter because we're in a visor. And we can see it's just fighter. So that is an incredibly easy kill right there. And now I'll be honest, it's probably not best to hang around in a system with lots of commanders in, because they're going to be also doing these tactics, going for the easy kills, and you won't get as many points, as many merits that you can. Gimbals are especially good if you're doing this tactic as well, because you're generally fighting against smaller ships, so it's harder to hit with just fixed weapons. But I don't think we're going to be able to outmaneuver this before it gets destroyed. No, we didn't. There we go. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of commanders here, so it's quite difficult.
Target shields offline. Rotational correction enabled.
Oh god, no! Oh. Shit, that was close. Luckily we had shields on. We can see this. There we go. There we go. The eagle's dead. Once it's got to 0% health, you don't need to shoot it anymore. It'll just explode by itself. Okay. So I've selected a Viper, which is alright. Wait, I can't find it. I selected it, didn't I? There we go. Okay. So I've selected the Viper now, which is probably going to take a bit longer than, well, you see what I mean, Commanders? Yeah, so I could actually take a Viper on, and it would probably take me about 5 minutes maybe max to kill it. But it's up to you if you want to do it. I mean, the reason you do combat isn't to make money; it's for fun mostly, because trading is definitely more lucrative business. So you may as well just fight as many ships as you like and have a good time. But we're just going to get out of here, because if we're looking at the contacts, you know, there's clippers, anacondas, pythons, you know, a lot of pythons actually, you know, vultures. There's not really much here for us to feed off. So once you've got a fair amount of merits, you're going to go into Galactic Powers and you're going to think, well, where are they? I can't see them. I've got 0 merits, or I've got exactly the same as I had before. And what you have to do is you have to actually go to a control system by the Empire to cash them in. It's a lot like bounty hunting. So you can't just, when you have a transaction like this, you see I've got 6,500 credits for bounty in the Mala Ikudi regulatory state. I have to go there to cash that in and go to a station. So it's kind of the same with this. So if we go to the galaxy map, we need to find a place which is controlled by Deval. So as I said before, you want to go into view and click on Powerplay, because realistic won't show you anything, neither will map. And we can see we're at Rabba, which is expansion. And if we look at this, we see data, we see data again, yeah, data. We're not looking for data or expansion or anything, we're looking for controlled. So if we look at these kind of balls, if you look at the big system in the middle of the ball, closest to you, so for us it's going to be HIP 35246. See, that is controlled by Deval. And so will be Vodyans. So yeah, so this one is, how far away is it? I don't know. So this will be, that looks like an okay route. So you can see it's in white as well, and these are in orange, the rest of them. Well, at least when you're not hovering over them. So that'll, I think we're going to go for Voyan, whatever, Void Days. Yeah, so we'll just plot a route to there, and we can cash our credits in. Another little tip for when you're actually going to a space station is go on the inside of the planet, not the outside. You will actually lose a bit of speed, obviously, but you should go to the entrance, because the entrance always faces the planet. So we're going to just dive under this, increasing our speed because we're only 1 kilometers, and get around the other side. So there we go, safe disengage. Yeah, so we're kind of at the front there, which yeah, and if we look, we can see that the space station is in fact facing the planet. So that's a crest off, we're within 7.5 kilometers, so we can do that.
Rotational correction enabled.
Get our landing gear out.
Landing gear deployed.
And yeah, we can take away the power from our weapons. You don't need that. But always remember to put it back on when you're in combat. Like, there's been a few times where I've been kind of confused why my weapons don't work. Okay, 27. So there we go, docked. And just like bounty hunting, it's exactly the same. Just go into contacts and power contact this time though, and you can see that take control for Duval in Rab. We can just redeem all of them, and we get 1,000 for every kill. 1,000 credits for every kill, giving us 6,000 credits and 60 merits. Now the credits don't really matter at all. That's like nothing if you've ever done a bit of bounty hunting before. But it's all about the merits. So what we were out there for not really that long. I mean, you can stay out there for longer, but I was just doing this for a bit of tutorial, and we got 60 credits. So I mean, just double that time maybe, and that's 50 grand in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe less. So yeah, that's how you can make really quick money in Powerplay from combat. So this has been the Hexadecimal channel. I've been Dan. Goodbye.